All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is Mercury and Capricorn. I like it. It's a teamwork energy. Okay? The energy itself is conducive to teamwork. My issue these days with a lot of teamwork and collaboration is nobody ever seems to be in charge. You got this new way of working that they have in these offices these days where it's a wide open environment. Nobody got an office. Everybody's just out. We all collaborating. We're a team. That kind of thing. No, I've had to deal with some of these companies in my offline doings, and some of these people, you can't tell who's in charge. Who the fuck's the boss here, right? If you're going to have two colonels, one of them's got to be a lieutenant colonel. Okay? I mean, you can't just have two colonels. They're going to cancel each other out. So, at the end of the day here, this is a collaboration energy. It's a teamwork energy. And why is that important? Why am I telling you this? Because you need to be in charge. Okay? You get to make a decision here. And normally I'd say somebody's coming to talk to you and it's up to you what you do with it. And that's not really the case. Somebody's coming to talk to you, and yes, it's up to you what you do with it, but you have a choice between, well, I'll show you. The Queen of Cups here is crossed by the Sun. Somebody's coming to tell you, give you some clarity on their feelings. I don't know who it is. It could be your runner. This is just the surface energy. We're going to pull a reading. But this is important to understand. All right? Also, if you run one of those fucking companies that drive me crazy, put somebody in fucking charge, for God's sake. All right? But at the end of the day here, you're going to need to be in charge in this case. All right? You're going to need to be the full bird colonel, not the fucking lieutenant colonel. Okay? Here we go. Somebody's coming to give you some major clarity, right, on how they feel. And I think it'll make you very happy with the Sun there. I mean, this is just the surface energy, but yeah, I can dig it. However, what you do with this information is power. What you do with it is up to you. Your perspective can go one of two ways, the Two of Swords. Your perspective is split. When these two energies are together, that's what happens. You get perspective, but it could go either way. Or it leaves you in a quandary, one or the other. But this is split. You can either be really selfish, the Nine of Cups, which can go that way, right? Me, or you can be collaborative, all right? Either way, it's I don't even want to call it this, but it feels, it's not really the case. So please don't take this word the wrong way. But it feels like a karmic test. It feels like the fickle old gal is throwing you something and seeing what you'll do with it. And the energies that watch over us love to do that. I understand on a deep level why some scientists think we're just part of a computer simulation. Sort of like if you were programming a computer simulation, you would set up certain scenarios and let them play out and see what happens. That's kind of free will. That's what it is. So we got somebody here. Some energy is enjoying the fuck out of watching what you do with this information. Now, this doesn't have to be your runner. This could be, it's somebody you have a soul connection with. I will tell you that. But you're going to have to be in charge. You're the one who decides where this goes. And I have to tell you, the Five of Pentacles or the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands can blow up into something really spectacular, or it can blow out. And if this Ace of Wands blows out, you might be left in the cold. I don't know why that message is there in the surface energy. I suspect it's there because we're probably going to get some communication in this reading. It is a fucking Mercury reading after all. But it is important that somebody takes charge. Maybe it doesn't have to be you. I didn't get an Empress there or anything, but maybe it doesn't have to be you. But I think it probably should be. You're the emotional, most of you are the DFs, and you're the emotional giant in these connections. Well, even if it doesn't have to be your runner. Again, it could be a family member you have a soul connection with or whatever, you know, or a friend, I don't know. But somebody going to give you some wicked clarity. I don't mean to go all Boston on you there, but somebody going to give you some wicked clarity on how they feel, for sure. All right, let's go. First card out's before the cuts. Why the fuck are we here? All right. Do I want to do my spiel? Do I want to sell you a chicken? All right. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, where you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. All right. I did not sell you a chicken today. All right. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Let's go. Card before the cut. Cut. Sometimes I need to stall. Sometimes I don't. If I have to keep shuffling, I got to say something, right? Dead air? Nobody likes dead air. All right, here we go. I'm quiet enough when I hit the stop button. quiet the rest of the day, to be honest with you, unless somebody asks me something. 10 of Cups is why we're here. Yeah, look at this. This could be really good. This is a wish come true. This is a wish granted. Yeah, I've already had the 9 of Cups. It's an escalation. This is minor arcana sun in the context of this reading, right? So think of it that way. It's just another way. Just think of it as a sun card, but it could be this. It's showing you what could be. Somebody thinks it's going to be this. Somebody attached to you thinks it's going to be this if they come and tell you how they feel. Okay? It's up to you whether it is, I think. But somebody needs to be in charge. Otherwise, this collaboration, this getting on the same, it's about getting on the same page with somebody. They tell you how they feel. You tell them how you feel, right? But then, if somebody doesn't take charge, nothing happens with it, right? Nothing ever gets done. So keep that in mind. The 10 of Cups, just like that Ace of Wands, can fizzle out. It can be a whole lot of hot air, fucking hazy bullshit. Look at this. Huge. Somebody thinks, as far as the incoming energy goes with that 10 of Cups, somebody thinks it's going to be great and very transformative, take us into new territory if they tell you how they feel. Want proof? Fine. The Death card, fueled by the world. A new era, right? A very auspicious energy. Somebody in the 10 of Cups, very happy, very positive. Somebody feels really good about this. I don't know why the universe thinks that some of you, not all, but it came out with that 2 of Swords. Some of you are going to get a little maniacal with this. You're going to run with it. I know who. And it's probably not you, so don't freak out. It's a small number of people who are just waiting for somebody to tell them how they feel so they can tell them to fuck off. You know, it is a human nature thing. It does happen. I don't recommend it. I think in this case, you're missing out on a treat. You're missing out on something. All right? I don't know what. Do what you want to do. I don't care. It's not my place to judge. I just sell you chickens here. That's all. All right, let's go. But I could dig it. Oh, they ran from me. They treated me like shit and made me suffer and watch these fucking tarot readings. Steve, if they come in, I'm going to rip their head. I'm going to laugh at them. Ha! Right. Okay. All right, let's go. All right. It's very spiteful. It's very spiteful to bang somebody and then keep asking just out of spite. Is it in? Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't know. Oh, that's just mean. You're mean. Oh, man. They're going to have a complex about their dick chakra for fucking years to come. Yeah, it's in. It's in. Really? Are you sure? Oh, that's just cold. I just gave somebody an idea there, too. Oh, crap. All right. Poor little dick chakra. All right, here we go. Let's pull ourselves a reading. Give me the soulmate cycle, universe. The influence of Mercury, as my friend says it, Mercury in Capricorn. All right, here we go, kids. Yeah. The opportunity is here to snatch defeat from the hands of victory. That's what the 5 of Swords is saying. It applies to both sides, okay? I can't predict free will, which I'll tell you again in a minute. All right, it applies to what's fueling this? The Knight of Swords. Here it comes. Here comes victory riding into town, right? The opportunity exists to blow this. All right, I think on both sides. I think also, just to be a little bit kind of cheeky, I think the universe probably thinks the DM side will blow it in some way. I don't know. We'll see. I don't mean to put it all on you. But I do think you need to emotionally take charge. Right here's the energy around your connection. And yeah, I'm watching to see if it freezes. Right here's the 3D energies around whoever's attached to you. Right here's their soul. This is the hidden energy message from the fickle old gal universe. And she is fickle today. Red with the energy of your connection usually. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. All right? Nobody. Not even if I was the warlock on the hill. I'll clarify everything through some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses I'm going to extend this one. There'll be some links in the description. Are we ready? Are we ready? All right. Energy around your connection. 7 of Pentacles. Something is just... It's serendipity, it's happenstance, it's the two people are about to be at the right place at the right time. Okay? Two people. If it's one of those collaborative companies, you're just about to go out of business and the right client shows up at the right time. You can either get it right or you can fuck it. One or the other. But in the soulmate connection here, it's harvest time. Something is ripe to happen. Right? It's time. The time is now. Okay, that's what this is saying. We'll find out more when we clarify and when we pull more cards, because everything's connected, isn't it? Right? Everything is energy and everything is connected. All right, 3D energies around this person, whoever is attached to you, whoever this person is. Does that surprise anybody? Is that, I don't know what the hell that was. Did something just fall off a shelf? Did that come out on video? What is going on? You people know I'm on video, right? Okay. Nobody cares around here, I'll tell you. 4 of Cups. Yeah. I mean, how do they feel in their life right now? Their 3D world? They're bored. Somebody's bored. Somebody is like, somebody's figured out that if you don't try, you don't get. Somebody figured out that if you sit there and cross your arms and talk about frogs for all afternoon, Blondie don't feel like banging no more. Okay? And she might take it out on you the next time. But at the end of the day here, somebody is bored in their life. I just get a lot of boredom off of that. And sad for the things they didn't do. You know, it's never, well, a lot of people will tell you it's the things we regret the most, the things we didn't do. You always hear that, you know. And yeah, that's true. We do regret the things we didn't do more than we regret the things that we did that went wrong. I get it, but it's more the case of how you feel about the things you missed out on versus and how you feel about the things you did. That it's really about how you feel about it, not so much whether or not you did it or not. There are some things I've never done that I don't have any real feelings for. I don't really care that I never did it, right? So this is more a case of somebody here feels very, 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 very deeply bad about something they didn't do in your respect, and it's affecting them on a very high level. That's just what's coming in here. This should be way bigger than a 4 of Cups. It should be way bigger than a minor arcana. We'll see what happens when we clarify. Their soul is here. It bookends something. The time is right. Harvest time. Something's about to happen. Yeah. What did I say? 6 of Wands. Look, I'm making it. But my problem is victory after a long battle. The soul's awake. It's time. Now is the time. Look, this energy flows from here to here. You get bored enough, you'll get brave enough. I always say that. That's one of my slogans. You get bored enough, you get brave enough. I know. I grew up in a small town. I grew up in several small towns. But when you grow up in a small town, you tend to get into a lot of trouble. Sure, city kids get into trouble too. They steal some candy from the store. They form their little gangs or something like that and cause trouble, whatever the fuck it is. But in a small town, we tend to blow things up and set things on fire and shoot at stuff more than anything else. I mean, at the end of the day, you get bored enough, you'll do all sorts of crazy, stupid shit, you know? Small towns are where people like, you know, people who jump their motorcycles over all kinds of stuff come from. This is that kind of energy. Somebody here is just all revved up and ready to go. There's no way around it. My problem with all of this is it's minor arcana. It's really, really up to somebody's free will. But I really feel like this guy in blue here is going to do some shit. I do. I like this here. Okay, it means it's also telling me that the soul's awake. The heart chakra's open. I got the green wreath there. The heart chakra's open. I get it. I got it. Okay, what's the message from the universe then? Why are all these minor arcana would be my question to the fickle old gal. The Knight of Pentacles. Because it's inevitable, but it doesn't have to happen. That's the answer. I ask a question, I get a fucking answer. Alright? That's what's reflecting off of this. It's inevitable, but he doesn't have to. He has to cross the water to keep going. Right? Has to cross the emotional water to keep going. They have to come in. He's got to make a move if he wants to bang Blondie. Right? The energy is there for it. The soul's on board. They're bored enough, so they're brave enough in this energy. And we got a lot of help from the Mars thing. We talked about that in the Mars reading. But he doesn't have to. In other words, it's not do or die. It's a Knight of Pentacles, not a Knight of Swords. A Knight of Swords has a message he must deliver. It's my Paul Revere card, right? The redcoats are coming. The redcoats are coming, right? Which is, again, false history. It's a lie. They were already here. They had to be very quiet. Nobody was running through town yelling anything, okay? In fact, they had to cross a river first. It's a long story, but it's not the way the kids are told. But either way, if he was running through town yelling the English are coming or the redcoats are coming or whichever version you get, and somebody would have yelled, shut the fuck up, asshole, they're right over there. You know, all right. Here we go. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have any specific message. There's no redcoats coming. So Yes, if he wants to get over here, he has to cross the water. He has to try something. He has to speak up. But he doesn't have to. He could just as easily turn around and go the other way. That's why these are minor arcana. It's very dependent on someone's free will. And I can't do anything about that, and neither can you. That's life. We all dependent on free will. That's my problem with a lot of collaboration, teamwork, all that stuff. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And it only takes one weak link to fuck the whole thing up. Too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the pot. You've heard that kind of thing. What we have here is somebody's coming in to say how they feel. Somebody needs to take charge of that information the moment they hear it, rather than cut them off and then say how they feel. Then what we have is we have nothing. We have butting of heads. We have polarization if that happens, right? So it's what it is. You need to be the whole fucking chain, not just a link in it. Somebody comes in, they give you data, you take that data, you decide what happens with it, okay? You take charge. You're Blondie of this card here. He's about to change his mind, uncross his arms, and say, okay, let's get naked and let's bang here at the stream, okay? But he's not going to do anything. You're going to have to actually remove his clothing, okay? Otherwise, nothing will happen. It'll just be an idea that sits there that nobody does anything with. You follow? Okay? I mean, normally you probably be like, well, Steve, I would never do that. I want them to remove my clothing. I get it. Good for you. Unfortunately, that's not the way it's going to fly this time. All right? The DF side's going to have to wear the dick chakra, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else I could say. You can get a strap-on one somewhere, I'm sure. All right. Potential final outcome, red with these two fuckers. All right? Judge, I mean, this is powerful shit. I mean, I can't deny. I did not know that was there. That's way more. This doesn't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. It's important that you don't just take this information and stab them with it. It's important that you use how I don't care if it's, I'm joking about banging, of course. It could be a family member, it could be a friend. Somebody's going to open up to you. But you, for some reason, are met with a crossroads when they do. Everybody is. It's not just one side might be maniacal, the other side might. No, this is something, it puts you in a position where you need to either take control or not. If you don't, nothing will happen with this information. You won't still become friends or become friends again. You won't mend things with the family member. You won't bang the soulmate, runner, or whatever. Okay? So, this is judgment. It always felt this way to me. This feels very karmic. I've had very few major arcana cards in this reading. In fact, we don't even have one as our overall energy. And we don't even have one underneath it. We've just got the Knight of Swords fueling this, okay? There's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity for something bigger. It's what I said earlier. I said it would be a shame if you stabbed them with this information. It would be a shame if you decided not to take control and balance things out and spread the energy out and whatever. That whole Five of Pentacles from the pre-shuffle where it showed us you could be left out in the cold. And I said there's something in this. There's something here. There's something that improves your life in some way. Okay? Whatever it is, it doesn't involve making the guy in blue here feel stupid for opening up. It doesn't involve that. Even though you might be inclined to, it could even be, you might be out there going, Steve, I would never do that, so it's not for me. That's not necessarily the case. Again, if you don't take control of the energy, it's no different than you stabbed them with the information they gave you. Okay? You're going to have to take control of it. He's going to say, okay, let's bang, but he's still going to sit there. So you have to decide what to do at that point or nothing will get done. You can't just say, oh, all right, cool. Okay, right? It's like what I said about those companies, and I've had to work with them from time to time. Nobody in charge, nothing ever gets done. Nobody knows who's working on what and whatever. Y'all just collaborate and drink coffee all day. What the hell? What the hell kind of place is this, right? That's usually what I end up saying. All right, anyway, let's go. Let's do this. Seven of Pentacles. What do we get here? What do we get? Let's see where we're at. like this. This is nice energy, you guys. The energy of your connection, it's very nice. Okay? And I got a lot of faith. I'm glad that you're the one who's supposed to. I feel it's the DF side that's supposed to take control. And I'm glad. Because I think things will go well if you do. It's the Six of Swords. It's a beautiful energy. I'm just drawn to the rainbow at the top. It's nice. It's smooth. The energy is perfect for these two to come together. It's perfect. Absolutely. But again, that's why we got this. That's why we didn't get a Six of Wands as the overall energy. It's there. It is. It's perfect energy. It's great. But the opportunity to snatch defeat from the hands of victory is quite strong here. What's on top? Ace of Swords. Reconciliation. Why is that here? Chariot. It's smooth. Easy. Right? Easy. Just flows right out. It's your connection has diarrhea. All right, it just flows, and once you get it started, out it comes. Right? There you go. I mean, it's an easy way to put it. It flows easy. There's no beaver dam in the stream of your connection. It's nice. All right. All right. Why does that keep flipping around? Oh, well, maybe I said something that helps somebody here. I don't know. I have no idea. Why is maybe you bring toilet paper when they meet you. I have no idea. Why is the Four of Cups here? It's nice. It is part of your journey in the soulmate cycle with the Chariot here. It's a big part of your journey. There's the Pentacle, represents sort of the Capricorn-y type energy here that we got going on. It is what it is. It'll flow very easily. Victory can come quite easily here. The problem is defeat can come equally as easy. All right? And in fact, as I've taught you many times, it's much easier to fail than it is to succeed, even if something's easy. If I give you 2 plus 2, everybody knows right off it's 4, right? It's just as easy, if not easier, just to put the wrong answer. Why think about it? You know? Why? All right. It's just as easy to say 6. It's 6, Steve. Okay. All right. It's wrong. But it might be right in another universe, for all I know, but not this one. 4 Cups, crossed by the 8 of Cups. Again, it's that energy of somebody's got somebody's bored enough, so they're brave enough. It takes bravery to walk away from 8 broken cups. It takes bravery to turn your ass around and come back. It takes bravery to go after what you want in life. It's easy to sit on the couch and do nothing and not go after it. Oh, I thought you wanted to climb the Rocky Mountains. Well, I'll just watch it on YouTube. You know, that's easy. It's a lot harder to go get the equipment and climb. You got to get a jacket because it's fucking cold up there. Look. It takes bravery to walk away from 8 broken cups, but it takes just as much bravery to walk toward those 9 cups. They're bored enough and they're brave enough. I'm telling you right now, I get it off of this. This energy flows from here to here. But there's a lot of their free will involved here. All right? What's on top? They won't take charge. They won't. In fact, if somebody says to you, I want to climb the Rocky Mountains, nothing will happen at all in this energy unless you, on the DF side, gets up, goes and buys the stuff, brings it back to the house, puts them in it, then picks them up, put them in the car, and then drive to wherever you're going, the airport or just to the Rocky Mountains, one or the other. And from there, I think they'll climb the mountain by themselves from there. I think you only need to get it started, right? I think that's all you need to do. Back in the day when cars were carbureted, right? If you lived up north and in the cold or whatever, you used to have ether. It was they used to sell it as, they called it starter fluid. And you would spray it in there when your car wouldn't start. It would be just enough to kind of prime it and get it going, and then then the vacuum system would kick in and all the gas would come in and it would start running. You kind of got to prime them. You're going to need to spray your person with starter fluid. And please don't take me literal on that. You don't want to spray somebody with ether. All right, here we go. What's on top? Knight of Cups. Again, it's a bit of that. You know, it really is. I think that's all you need. I think they'll run from there. If you get them to the mountain, they will climb it. Can I put it that way? All right, Knight of Cups. Yeah, they're ready. Somebody here is going to make in their 3D. They're ready to go. It's there. The offer is there. The Ace of Cups, but it'll sit there until you pour it. All right? It's everything I already said. It's everything I already said. All right? I'm not going to repeat myself. It's all about that little Rocky Mountain analogy. All right, here we go. 6 of Wands. Why is it here? All right. Why is the Six of Wands here? I wish it was the overall energy. I wish we weren't as reliant on this person's free will, whoever this is. I imagine it's somebody you've had a conflict with. For some of you, it's romantic. For others of you, it's much more platonic than that. You know, family member or friend or something. Could even be a pet for a couple of you. Could be a dog. You got a problem with a dog or a cat or something that you've got a soul connection with. It's possible for a couple of you. All right, I don't know. Okay, all right, here we go. It's crossed by the Hermit. The soul is awake. It's alive. It's alive, right? No, it's nice. This is beautiful energy, all right? Where it makes this, it verifies my read that this is victory after a long battle energy, right? It's been a long time silent here. It's been there. The soul is fine. It's intact. The Hermit also tells me with victory underneath it, as it's read with your connection, that actually in this moment, in this energy, your connection with whoever this is fine and healthy. All right? What's on top? The Snowy Owl, the Queen of Swords. Why is that here? Two of Wands. That's for you. That's for you. Why is your... Oh, I see. Somebody here is bracing... I don't want to phrase it that way. I'm going to have to. It's the only way everybody will understand it. So I have to talk to thousands of people. It's tricky. You know, you're all different. You all perceive things differently. You're all from different cultures and different perspectives on life. I'm just going to say they're nervous about your reaction, but it's not enough to stop them. Okay? It's not enough to stop them, but they are nervous. Two steps forward, one step back kind of energy here. Which is why also the energy of major arcana, saying that the soul is fine here, came out in the environmental energy, but the baseline here is minor arcana. So somebody is allowing some worry over the fact that you have this energy coming off of you. And we know you do from the Mars reading. Remember we talked about salt? And I said, don't use a cup of salt. You use a teaspoon of salt. Go watch the Mars reading. I think that's what it was. I think it was that reading where the Queen of Swords was the overall energy and it was your energy attached to it. Pay attention to that. It'll help you here. All right? It'll help you here a little bit. All right? I think this is a different energy. It might be for some of you. But again, yeah, they're very nervous about that. As the energy is attached, because it's always in layers on their side here, this is someone who knows that they've dropped the ball. In other words, over here, if we're to take them, the guy in blue, he's well aware that he fucked up at this point. This is a point in time, a moment in the energy, where somebody is, like he's sitting there, you two are at the brook here, you went there to bang, right? He's been talking about frogs for 2.5 hours. You're bored off your ass and your pants are definitely not coming off being that bored. And I'm going to tell you, he's realizing it right there. Male or female, doesn't matter. I say he because it's a he on the card. He's realizing it in that moment. They are well aware. He's like, oh God, I fucked up. I wonder if I can sneak off and call Steve. He'll know what to do. Yeah, I would know what to do. You better change. You better get brave real quick. And I think they are. I think they are in this energy here. All right. All right. I would come up with some kind of clever segue to frogs and banging. This was all a lead up so we could do Froggy style. You familiar with Froggy style? You know, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Knight of Pentacles here. So we got minor arcana. We got minor arcana up here. Reverse Froggy style's better. We got minor arcana here, which means that he doesn't have to cross the pond. He's looking at it. He's there. Some of them will, some of them won't. That's why we only got minor arcana there. It's probably why the reading didn't freeze as well. Sometimes, this energy is smooth, but it's a lot of dependent on another person making a right decision. Now, this is also the kind of energy that's ripe for you to just say, I know who this is. I'm going to go fucking talk to I'm going to take charge and go talk to them, right? In other words, I've told you in advance that you're excited to go to the river with them or the brook or whatever it is because you think you're going to bang, but I've told you in advance, no, he go to sit for 2.5 hours and talk about frogs. But because I've told you that in advance, you're like, oh, that ain't happening. No way, right? So you're going to head that off at the pass. It's possible that you could just take charge too. All right. Somebody here has got to sit. It's crossed by the devil. The goat with its feet on fire. Right. it's dependent on hang-ups. I'll use the word hang-ups, right? What are hang-ups? Hang-ups are somebody's shit, somebody's baggage, somebody's crap that limits them in life all the time, right? Self-defeating people, that's their fucking hang-up. That's it. They fuck themselves every time because they self-defeat. I don't know. Let's see what's fueling it. A Three of Wands, yeah. They got a devil on the shoulder while they're sitting here. And it's different for all of your persons, all of your people, but it's saying, you know, you should go or you shouldn't go. Should go or you shouldn't go. It depends. For some of them, it's saying they should go. For others, they're saying they shouldn't. Let's find out why. What's on top? The angel. And why is that here? Temperance and the star. It's here because of karma. This is karma. This is their karma. I said it to you in the last reading. I'll say it again. It's coming up again. This all feels very big to them. I don't think it does to you. I don't think it feels that big. Look, when I look at this card, it's great that this guy, I see why this card came out now, aside from the fact Minor Arcana. When I look at her, I don't think she cares much, right? Certainly doesn't care about frogs. And at this point, doesn't even care about, you don't care. It's not as big a deal to you, right? He's only talking about frogs because he's nervous, right? And, you know, again, you weren't even nervous to begin with. So it is what it is. I think this feels very big to them. This feels very huge. This feels like there's no turning back if they do it. It feels bigger than them, which is why the star is red with the chariot. I would bet that most of them won't chicken out. I would bet that they go in the water. I would bet that they do. Because the angel here is a little bit louder than the devil with the star fueled with it, okay? Somewhere in here, somewhere between these two cards is a tower. I'm going to clarify the in-between. I don't always do it, but I'm going to. I'm going to throw a card in between, okay? Give me the in-between here, right? The tower comes before the star. The angel is there red with the devil and the Knight of Pentacles, but I want to pull the in-between. This will tell me, I don't know, what they might do, I guess, for an easier lack of a way to put it. This is all part of your journey on the soulmate cycle. I will tell you that because it's red with the chariot. The chariot is Cancerian energy. It represents the soulmate cycle. By the way, just to show, I swear to God, I stopped talking. And as I pulled the card because it's a tower. I'm gonna have to pause the video for a minute, take a breath. I can't even believe I fucking did that. I felt that's there. Okay? This tells me they're probably coming right towards you. They will go in that water. They will cross it. All right? This feels very big to them. It feels like something they have to do, but they're just going to do it. They're just going to say it. You have to take control. Okay? It's up to you. That's where you pick up the journey. There's two horses here usually. There's only one here. One horse is coming. It's up to you. Hitch the wagon up and get the other horse going and off you go. All right? So like I said, they're going to suggest climbing the Rocky Mountains. It's up to you to go get the fucking climbing supplies, book the tickets, go find the mountain. Yep, I get it. See, I told you. There's a tower in between here. And I just fucking pulled it. That is fucking mind-blowing. God, I love tarot. I really do. It's always an amazing medium. I don't use it offline very much in like just my usual, because I don't need it, but it still blows my mind. It used to blow my mind when I was a kid too, because I used to use it to help me translate the energies because I didn't have a lot of life experience as a kid. It used to blow my mind then. I'm like, how did that happen? And how does that happen with tarot and I'm such a bad poker player? You know, it is what it is. Actually, I'm pretty good at poker because I can read people. It's you know, the more games of chance are trickier for me. Terrible luck with cards, with the you know, blackjack and stuff like that. What's going on with karma here? What do we get? Poker's at least a game of skill. All right, it's crossed by 10 pentacles. Oh, come on. I don't want to be all dramatic and say this is important to your life. I don't know about that. I'm going to say it's more... these are red with these. I said this isn't... as big a deal to you, the universe is not correcting me. It just wants me to kind of tell you it is a big deal. It's a bigger deal than you think. I don't want you to think about, that's why I didn't want to say that, because I don't want you to think about it as a big deal and get all psyched out. I want you to stay Blondie here. I want you to stay just like that, just like she is. Whatever, right? There you go. Stay like that. But the universe says there's a much bigger thing, and this is bigger for you than you realize. So, which is probably why I urged you in the beginning not to stab them with how they feel, with them telling you how they feel. You know, again, it ties back to the Mars. All my readings tie together. I'm not just out here pulling readings willy-nilly. Okay, we're following the energy of the soulmate cycle. We're riding the river on inner tubes, all of us together. Big string, thousands of people coming down, big string of inner tubes. Right? You can put that in your mind's eye. But I told you about a teaspoon of salt in the Mars reading. I said, somebody comes and tells you how they feel. Don't fucking stab them, but don't fucking go crazy on them. You might. This is about teamwork. You have to take control. Taking control doesn't mean making the rest of your team feel bad. Taking control. You can be a very good leader. A good leader doesn't demean their team. A good leader finds solutions. A good leader commands respect of their team. You know, it is what it is. 5 of Swords again. Again, they're coming. Why is it a false victory? Why does that keep coming up? Why is that here? The Sun. It's red with the Ace of Cups. I think for some of you, I can't say this for all of you, but I think for some of you, this person's going to reach out, and I think you're just ready for something new. I think you're like, you appreciate it, but you're ready for something new. The universe is encouraging you to if you feel like that, smile like the shit tastes good. Okay? A little bit. That's for some of you. For the rest of you here, if you want this person, I get it. Sometimes the urge is to, well, it took you long enough, and you're going to make them try to feel bad for it. Again, think of yourself as becoming a team leader, a manager, somebody in charge. Okay? You can't behave that way. You can't be a big baby. You can't be petty. Those are not leaders. All right? So you need to be a leader here. All right? You need to take control of it. Otherwise, again, it's not going to be as great. You're going to cheat yourself out of something spectacular with that 10 of Pentacles here. Let's see what that 10 of Pentacles is. Let's grab the light seer real quick. All right. What's the big deal here, universe? I'm going to do one more set of clarifiers. Well, why not? I can. All right. Tell me more about this 10 of Pentacles. It's got a King of Swords underneath it. That's interesting. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? Again, even if you're interested, even if you're like, oh, thank God they're here, there's still this ability to 5 of Swords this thing, okay? And it's if you don't become the leader. If you become one of those, oh, okay, we're just going to do teamwork and collaborate. Again, what I said in the beginning of this, 2 colonels. You can't have 2 full bird colonels. One of them's got to be a damn lieutenant colonel. All right? Somebody's got to be higher ranked than the other. It applies even in situations like marriages. My wife and I mean, we're equals in the marriage, but in certain things, one of us is higher ranked than the other in certain things that we're doing. That way we get stuff done. Right? Somebody takes charge. That's all I'm saying here. That's all. I'm not saying you need to be all bossy pants and shit. In fact, that might backfire too. That might come across as negative. Let's go. Tell me more about this 10 of Pentacles. Oh, this is so nice. It's tied to a tower. It's your tower. And it's a chariot. A tower, a chariot, and temperance. It's all major arcana. It doesn't even matter what I say here. It's all major arcana. It's a higher power. Whatever this is, the benefit for you in being that team leader, right? In taking that route, taking the high road, is huge. It's different for all of you, but it leads to a whole new life in some way. I don't know how. It's going to be different for all of you. I'm not sure. But there's certainly a karmic reward here. I've got karma way down here from the Witch's Tarot. as the base energy. But the Tower is here, and the Chariot is here. These are new, fast happening new beginnings. Your life changes quickly because of this, because of how you do this. It's almost like somebody's watching. You're at work, and you're the interim leader of a group. Okay, you've been made the interim leader of a group, and you think, oh, okay, well, whatever, I'll just whatever. But it turns out the higher ups are watching you. I said it feels like a test. I said that in the pre-shuffle. I don't like that word. That's not what's happening, but it's a way to describe it. So you're made interim leader of this group, right? And you don't think it's any big deal. Like I said, you don't think it's that big a deal. But the higher ups are actually watching. And if you do a really good job, you might get a serious promotion. It's kind of what this is saying here. This benefits you more than you know. All right? So take charge. All right? Metaphorically speaking, take charge. If somebody says, I want to climb the Rocky Mountains, you go buy the fucking equipment. Okay, I'm going to take control of that. Fine. All right? It is what it is. That's your reading. This is pretty much, I mean, come on, 3 major arcana cards. I got to pull some wicked voodoo on this. I'll pull on you. I'll pull more. I mean, you're so far represented by an angel, a tower, and a chariot, which represents the soulmate cycle, all rooted around a 10 of pentacles and some karma. I'll pull on you, okay. And I'll pull more on this connection you have with this person and what they maybe want to say to you. And of course, we'll pull a pyramid. We'll do the usual shit. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, everybody who watches. Good luck.